I looked at a bunch of stuff that I really dug, and I found out that a lot of it was coming from the 90s. So there was kind of the 80s and 90s heroic bloodshed Hong Kong action movies, The Killer and Hard Boiled and that kind of stuff. And I really like those movies, so I wanted to do something that was kind of like that. And then it was sort of a mixture of the old Top Cow comics like The Darkness and Witchblade, which are still going now. And I kind of wanted to do something along those lines. And then, not from the 90s, I sort of looked at what John Wick was doing with action movies and sort of the aesthetic they had. And like a lot of things, it just sort of all meshed together into kind of a mix. And Zero Ghost is sort of what, popped out at the end of that process. Working with Brian Ching and actually Will Quintana on Zero Ghost was amazing. They were a great team, and they really, really elevated the material. It was a pretty straightforward working process. Will and I actually had worked together before. We had done quite a few issues of Green Lantern New Guardians when I was at DC. So Will I was familiar with. Brian I didn't know before the project, but we got along really swimmingly. He got what I was going for with the script immediately. So Zero Ghost is set in a version of our world, probably slightly in the future, where magic exists, but it's been kept secret from the regular populace. And the perfect people to keep a secret like that are criminals, because, it's what criminals do. They stay under the nose of the law and society. So we don't explicitly say it, but it's a futuristic version of Hong Kong, where the criminal underworld has been ruled by 5 families for a long time, and they each specialize in a different kind of magic. And there's sort of a rough balance between all of them when Kira Kane, the heir to the Kane crime family, gets kidnapped and finds out that her entire family has been slaughtered, and somebody's trying to sacrifice her to make a deal with an extremely powerful supernatural entity to take over the crime in the city. Kira objects to this strenuously and turns the tables against them by bonding with the entity herself and using it to go on a roaring rampage of revenge. In The Legend of Luther Strode, Trad was writing a series of backups that Stephen Green was illustrating called The Twins, which was about the twins that had appeared earlier in the book. And sadly, that never finished, and I would say at this point it is probably unlikely to. Maybe when we come up on the 20th anniversary of Strode or that kind of thing, we can kind of get the band back together and actually finish that sort of thing. It bothers me that it didn't get finished either. I think Zero Ghost is the kind of book that if you've liked my previous work, like Luther Strode or Dead Body Road in particular, I think you will really like Zero Ghost. This is a bit of a fusion of both of those titles, where you have sort of the supernatural / heightened action elements, combining with sort of the gritty crime drama sort of thing that I was trying to do with Dead Body Road. So it's similar to a few things that I've done, but not like any of the things I've done. So hopefully people dig what we're trying to do with this one.